Hi everybody, it's Debbie O'Neill of Stripe Quick Designs, and today I am wrapping up my 7 Valentine gift ideas series. And the last thing I'm going to show you what to make is how to use one of the boxes that you find in the Cricut group to be able, Cricut cartridges, sorry, uh, that to be able to make your own gift box. And a lot of people don't work on the boxes because they find it a little intimidating, on how to put them together. Most of the cartridges have some kind of a guide, um, and other times you kind of need to kind of wing it a little bit. Um, so what I wanted to do was show you how do I put together a gift box, and this one is from the Box It Up cartridge, and it is a heart-shaped box on that cartridge, and it is going to make a really cute little gift box, and it even has this adorable heart-shaped lid that goes on it. You will need 3 pieces of cardstock to cut the box out, and you will need one sheet of pattern paper to be able to do the inserts. This pattern paper that I picked is from the Close to My Heart Heartstrings paper pack. It's beautiful paper, as you can see, and it has this really cute, maybe hard to tell on there. There you go. It's got arrows on it, and it was just really cute, and I thought it would look great because this box has some little inserts where you put some pieces of paper, and so it would cut out on one sheet of pattern paper. If you use double-sided, it will cut out the 4 liner pieces that you'll need, and it would cut out the piece that goes for your box top. Okay, so one piece of pattern paper. I used a double-sided pattern paper because I wanted the outside images you'll see here in a minute with this pattern, and then I wanted my box lid to have this as the pattern. So you'll need 3 pieces of cardstock, 1 piece of pattern paper. You will also need some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive is what I like to use. It's a no-run formula. It dries really quickly, and it has this precision tip on it, so it makes it easy to just put a little bit of glue where we need it. And then the other thing that I like to use, and I know you guys see me use this all the time, is the Score-Pal double-sided tape, because when I actually adhere the box together, I like to use this to make sure it's going to stay put where it needs to go. Alright, so let's get started. I will put the link to the file, not to the file, to the cartridge, the Box It Up cartridge, and you can look up the heart box in that cartridge, and you would cut it out. I cut mine out making it at 11.25 for the width and the height of the box so that it would fit, everything was cut out on one 12 by 12 mat. You would cut, it'll lay it out in 4 pieces for you. So there'll be this will be a piece, there'll be the other side of the box will be a piece, you'll have one piece of your cardstock will be the top of the box, and then your pattern paper will be the 4th mat that you'll use when you cut this out using the Box It Up cartridge, just to give you a clue. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get some of our gluing done, and I've already done one side of this for me. This box is really cute. It has these great little cutouts that'll cut out when it cuts out the shape of the box. Don't forget you'll be using your scoring tool, so it'll score the folds for you. And I also figured out what I wanted to do with the little hearts. So don't throw those away. I've got a tip for you on decorating your box using the leftover pieces. So I'm going to set those off to the side. Okay, so you'll see here where I used the flip side of this paper to add the little pink parts with the arrows on it. Alright, So all I've done here is I've laid the box out, and I'm going to use the Scotch Quick Dry Glue, and I'm just going to quickly add a little bit of glue around the edges here. I'm not using very much. I don't need a whole lot of this. It's just to hold this in place, because the panels do fold over, and this is just to get that pattern paper on in the spot it needs to be. Alright, so I'm going to line it up. Here's my cutout that I'm covering, okay? So all I want to do is just lay this down and press it around, okay? Now, not all the boxes have cutouts on them. This one just happened to. It made it a little more fun and special, so you don't always have to do this. Or you could do it so you end up with a liner in some of your other boxes. And doing it this way is really quick and easy. Alright, so I'm just added this last bit of liquid glue to this. I've got my arrows here, and I'm going to lay it across. Okay, so, and like I said, this is Scotch Quick Dry adhesive glue, and it dries pretty fast. So now I have both of my parts on this box are covered, so they show through that pink pattern. Alright, now we've got these two boxes done, because I had already done the other one. Now I want to add the liner to the top of my box, and instead of using the pattern paper, this side of the pattern paper in my box, I decided I really liked it, just lined up so pretty, to put this side on for the inside of my box. So that's what I'm going to do there. Same thing, where I'm just going to use some of the quick dry glue here and just draw around the edges of it. Doesn't need to be perfect. A little goes a long way with this, so don't feel like you need to put gobs and gobs on. And now I want to add this to my box on the top. Okay, so there you go. I just like to press it down, just make sure it gets a good hold on there. And now I have this piece of my box completed. This is the top of the box. I decided to also, since I had strips of the pattern paper left, I cut strips since it was double-sided, so now this is going to match the pieces here, okay? So all I did here was I cut a strip that would fit. There's two short sides and two long sides, and they're a ½ inch wide if you want to decorate the size of your box. And here again, I just used that score pile tape, that double-sided score pile tape, and put it on there, and then I'll just swap this down. Okay, so this is the outside of your box lid. I'm going to flip this over, and now you'll see where the score lines are. You're going to fold your box up like this. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. And so I want to put some adhesive here, and I'm just going to use some of the quick dry glue for this real quick. Okay, so all I'm going to do is fold this over and hold it closed for a second till I make sure it's grabbed it good. Okay, I made sure I lined up the edges when I did this, so that you have a nice clean edge when you fold your box together. Okay, and just let that sit for a second and let the glue dry on there. Cleaning up a little bit of the excess glue. Okay, now I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side of the box, and then we will have the lid will be finished. Just adding some glue. Glue over here. Hopefully you can see all I'm doing is I just line that up. added the glue to it to make sure it stays. And we'll do the same thing on the other corner. And we now have our lid of the box is finished. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side for a minute and let that glue dry. Okay, and now we're going to work on the base of the box. And we'll come back and embellish our lid at the end. Alright, so now we have our panel pieces here. Okay, and if you go into the handbook for the Boxed It Up card file, each of these two pieces have a different shape on the bottom of them, if you'll notice that. Okay, so what we want to do is make sure that we have our box lined up according to the chart that's in the Boxed It Up handbook. And I like to download my handbooks to my iPad, and then that way when I'm working on a project, I can just pull it up and look through the handbook, and if there's directions, some of these have directions for putting the objects together. I like that way I can have it right here where I can see it easily on my iPad. So that's what I'm looking at, putting the box together. So we've got the inner pieces on. I've already added some of the double-sided tape here, and then also on the other tab. Okay, I've folded my box up along the creases. Alright, it's very important that you put your box together in the order that I'm showing you for this particular box, or it's not going to fold together correctly on the bottom. Alright, so if you are putting any boxes together from any of the Cricut cartridges, look and see if there is a guide for assembling the box and make sure you're putting it in the order. I had made a sample one the other day, and I couldn't get the bottom of the box to fold up right. And sure enough, it's because I had these flipped over. Did not have them in the right direction. So this one, the diagram shows me that I have these two pieces go on this side, and these two pieces go on this side. Now, I'm going to take the liner tape off here. Okay, and then I'm going to line up the edges of my box. So these two pieces are touching. So this is one piece that was cut out, and this is the other piece that was cut out. So I've lined this up. I've got my double-sided tape. I'm just going to fold that over and press it down really well. Okay, and now these two pieces are connected. Okay, see how nice and clean that looks on where the two pieces connected. That's what you want your box to look like. Okay, now I want to glue these two sides of the box together. Okay, so I've already added the score pal tape here, and really we're almost finished. This is the hard part, is just gluing the two sides together. Alright, so I want to make sure that I've got this lined up correctly, so I'm going to pull the one side over and line it up with the score lines on the box. Make sure you guys can see that good. Okay, and then I'm just going to press it. Okay, so now I have my boxes put together. Okay, well, Debbie, it doesn't look like a box yet. You're right, it doesn't look like a box yet. What we need to do is you have the top of the box, which is this, the top part of the box inside. These are going to fold down inside your box and will be adhered at the very end. Okay, so there's these shapes. They're going to fold in the box, and then there's a little flap here, and those will be adhered at the last step. Alright, but what I want to do is go ahead and fold these in so I have them in place and know exactly where they're going to fit inside of my box. This one's going to fold down. Okay. And I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is going to be the inside of the box, and see how now these have folded. Hopefully you guys can see that good enough. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. So that's what the inside of the box is going to look like. You're going to flip this over, and now this is the bottom of your box. Okay, so the bottom of your box will need to be folded in a certain order so that it actually closes correctly. Alright, so we want to find the piece that looks like this. Okay, so this piece, that one goes folded in first. Okay, so I have that one folded in first. Then the next piece would be the two side panels, and so the directions tell me that I need to fold it in, this piece into the flap. Okay, and then I need to fold this side in. Okay, and then this piece, this tab gets inserted into the center of the box. Okay, and then it all lays down flat once you get it in there. Okay. Didn't quite get that tab where it needed to be. Sorry about that. Just tab those in. See, they're not always going to be perfect, right? And then this tab folds in to here. And it just takes a little bit of work to get it to fold over. There we go. Okay. So now the tab is folded over inside the box, the bottom of the box, and then you have your sides in here. Okay. So I want to be able to glue those sides together. And how I'm going to do that is just use a little bit of the quick dry tape, Scotch quick dry glue, and I'll glue those the bottom of the box in. I like to put a liner piece in the bottom of my boxes, so I will go back and cut a liner and then glue that down so that then the bottom where this is all attached does not show. Okay, so all of this stuff on the bottom. This particular box doesn't come with that liner piece that fits the bottom of the box. So I will go back and cut that just so that my box is put together nicely. And now I have my lid for my box. Okay, so my box is finished. Okay, so my box is all finished. It looks really pretty. And you can see that where I've added the matching on the side of the box. So it looks decorated, it looks finished. It doesn't look like, you know, it's just made out of paper there. The other thing that I've done is those little hearts that I told you to save that are the cutouts from here. I made two little hearts to glue onto my box top. So how I did that was I took one of the hearts and I just folded it over. I lined it up and folded it over. Okay, and then I added a little bit of the Scotch quick dry glue, okay, on the back like this, and then I laid it on top with it folded on top of one of the other piece of the heart, and it's flat, it's not folded. Show you the one. So this is what it looks like when it's finished drying. So I have a flat piece. Can you see it better, that one? Yeah. So I have a flat piece, and then I have the piece that I added to it that was folded up. So it just gives it a little bit of dimension, and now I'm going to add those onto my box top. The other thing is on that close to my heart paper that I used on the flip side, it had a decorative strip that runs across the top of it, so I cut that off, and I'm going to add the word sweetheart across the top of my box, and a little bit of the glue and one of my little heart dimensionals that I made out of the leftovers. Okay, I'm going to put this one down here. and voila, I have my boxes all finished. I'll probably go back and add a few gems there, just because I like to have a little rhinestone and bling on my project. But that's how you put the box together. Now I'm ready to fill this box with any kind of treats that I want to give my sweetheart. And I'll whisper this because my husband's in the other room, but I'm making his favorite brownie. It's a brownie with, it's got like a chocolate chip cookie on the top of it with the brownie base. And they're really good, and they're a special treat, and I don't make them except once or twice a year. So he will have some snacks that I'll fill this box with to give him for Valentine's Day. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. You understand how to put the box together. Take a chance. I want to see you putting boxes together. Let me know if you have any questions. There's so many beautiful boxes that you can make using your own supplies and just some of the Cricut cartridges. So get out there and put those boxes together. We are having a contest this month in the Let's Learn Cricut Explore Facebook group. If you're a member of that group, the month of February is a 3D challenge, and so you can make any project that is a 3D shape. And guess what? A box is a 3D shape. So why don't you work on a box and be able to enter the contest? We're giving away a $20 gift certificate to SVG Cuts, which have amazing 3D SVGs for you to use. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I will talk to you guys later. You know where to find me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a YouTube channel subscriber. I'm continuing to make videos every week, trying to get up at least 2 or 3, and there's some great information out there about how to use your Cricut Explore machine, and also general craft assembly videos and tips that I share with you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.